The thing about the Republican Party is it's exactly the same as the Democrat Party, exactly the same as really any entity in the world. Your football team, your business. When you're winning, when things are going well, everybody gets along. It's all kisses and hugs and champagne, and let's go out to Red Lobster tonight. And when you're losing, it's a bunch of backstabbing and infighting, and that's just the way it goes. And after you take a couple election losses on the chin like the Republican Party has, there's going to be some fighting. Kevin McCarthy, to his credit, appears to be trying to hold it all together. Had this to say, quote, "This Republican Party is a very big tent. Everyone's invited in, and you look at the last election, we continue to grow, and in 2 years, we'll be in the majority." Well, we thought it's probably best to talk to a man who's been in that Republican Party in the House of Representatives, Dean of Business at Liberty University, Dave Brat. Congressman, what say you about Kevin McCarthy and the big tent and all the squabbling?
Well, that statement is not sufficient in any way, shape, or form. That in 2 years, if you hold a big tent together, unified around what, we don't know yet, and we'll have the majority. Well, we had the majority back when I was in there. We had the House and the Senate and the presidency, and we totally botched it because we don't listen to what the American people want. Instead of repealing Obamacare and socialized health care, we did a Medicare entitlement bill in its place and called it a health care reform. Right now, we've had riots in the streets for a year. Nothing to see there. I haven't heard any message. China's still our number one strategic threat. Nothing to report there. We had a crazy election. Appears we're not going to investigate or give the base any closure on that front. And so I'd love to know what he thinks we're aiming at, right? I mean, just to have a majority again. We didn't get a health care reform. We did tax cuts, and that's it. And then we set President Trump up for failure by not following his lead on a number of initiatives he had, which were very popular with the American people. So just to have a majority for majority's sake, been there, done that. And I was on a high for the first couple of years when I thought we were going to get things done. And then the Republican group, right, they just can never put an action plan together that represents the will of the American people and put it on paper.
Why?
That's what you got to do.
Why can't they ever get it done? Because I know somebody like you. I know you. I know you're in there pushing for the things people want. So I know that you I mean, Lord willing, you were not the only one. The country wanted it. The base certainly wanted it. You wanted it. What's the wall you're running up against? Is it cowardice? Is it stupidity? What is it?
Yeah, well, they got to give them a little due. It is hard to get a majority, and there's huge variation. So it's hard to unify around a platform, right? Like immigration. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that hard to message on this versus Biden's proposal, right? And then the COVID stuff and the shutdowns and the school, the way the Democrats just are blowing up the deficit like crazy. It doesn't seem to me like these are high hurdles to message on, and yet there's nothing. There's no messaging. And so and the Senate's the same way. What are they doing? And so, it's always money. There's special interests. Immigration cuts to the heart of low wages for the big firm. And the big firms always win time after time after time, right? And so you just go down the issues where the American people want to see some action. Deficit reduction, it's easier to give away candy than eat spinach, right? And ask for some discipline. Education is a disaster in the country, but we're not taking the fight to any of these issues right now. We're just, I don't know really what they're messaging on. If you ask yourself, what is the Republican caucus message right now? It's just, let's just win in 2 years. Okay, that's it.
Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.